In this video, we are going to explore some non-coding use cases for Claude Code. I'm going to very briefly explain what output styles are. Not a whole lot of people talking about this, which is interesting. And then I'm going to give you some ideas and a really practical workflow, mostly to get your mind racing about all the opportunity here. Really quick, before we start, I just want to inspire you for a second. Think about what Claude Code is. There's lots of AI chatbots, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude AI, or whatever. You can connect those to different integrations. They don't normally have access to everything on your computer, unless you get the desktop apps. Those do, right? But Claude Code specifically, mostly for your computer, and you can connect it to everywhere with MCPs or the Chrome extension, and you can use skills and subagents or whatever. It's one of the most directly customizable AI tools, period. It's like 20x more customizable than ChatGPT, even the Pro premium ones. Yeah, ChatGPT can go search the internet, it can find stuff, it can find files, and you can upload project, whatever. Claude Code is infinitely more customizable, and therefore, I think, the most powerful AI automation tool, period. Underscore. In fact, the only thing I think it's missing, just between us, is like scheduled crons and stuff, like a Claude Code thing that happens every morning at 8 a.m. Respond to all my emails that I got overnight or something like that. Can't do that quite yet. You could probably build something on your computer to do that. In fact, I'm sure you could. But alas, it's super customizable, and I want you to think about it that way. Doesn't have to be code per se. Claude Code, highly customizable, can do anything. Okay, maybe that was unnecessary, but here we go. Let's dive into some, before we do ideas, what are output styles? This is super interesting. I didn't heard about this until like just a few days ago. You can change the system prompt in Claude Code. Every single prompt you send to Claude Code, there's the prompt. Well, before the prompt, a few things happen. Before Claude Code reads the prompt, that is. It looks at the claude.md file, for one, and then for two, there's a system prompt. You are a helpful AI coding engineer, for example. Remember back in the early days of ChatGPT? We used to do that a lot. You are my blogging assistant. You are my email assistant, or whatever, right? That's the system prompt. It happens automatically before Claude Code even reads your prompt. And it's all software engineering, and it's code, and it's fancy, and it's written by Anthropic, and you can change that. That's what output styles are. It's mostly for how Claude Code communicates to you, I think. It is called output styles, not like we're changing the entire AI agent, but the styles of how it communicates. And optionally, you can remove that system prompt. By the way, you don't have to. This is interesting. You can actually create a custom output style. By the way, you can access these with /output styles. Output style, right there. You can add custom ones, of course, in addition to the 3 defaults. And you can actually leave the coding in. If you would just like to change how Claude Code responds to you, communicates to you, explains things to you that it did without changing the actual software engineering part of it, you can do that too. You can leave that in. Somewhere in here is this front matter that is in the markdown file. You create a markdown file under, I think it's .claude, and then another folder here called output-styles, and then you have markdown files in there. And the markdown files need these things in there. Some front matter, name, description, and there's one other, keep coding instructions, true or false. You can put it to true, and it'll keep the code part in there. Okay, what can you use this for? Again, we're going back to the ideas here. Well, what if you are a marketer and you write and you do LinkedIn posts and blog posts, Facebook posts, X threads, or whatever? You could feed Claude Code a bunch of your writing samples that you wrote, and you can have a custom output style that sounds like you. That might be a much better writer, creator. There's a bunch of different examples of this on the internet. I will let you go Google them. But I think that's really interesting to think about. Even deeper than that, let's just run through some examples. I made these up off the top of my head, and I figured it'd actually be interesting to kind of write out like how a workflow might work for this. One of the big ones for me is organizing notes and searching through my notes. If you're a big fan of note-taking, PKM, you might have heard of Obsidian or Craft.do or a bunch of these note-taking tools, I think even Notion. You can actually just straight up see the markdown files. Obsidian just uses markdown files. I have a lot of notes here. I got a lot of project folders. I got a lot of different notes. These are literally just markdown files. And so you could open this in, here's like one little folder here with my Obsidian notes. You could use Claude Code in this folder. I could do it over all the folder. That might be huge. You might want to like drill down a little bit, you know what I mean? To search, to edit your notes, to format your notes, to do anything, to make new notes, to delete old notes, to clean up notes. I've actually thought about that. You can see here, I have lots of folders and stuff, but whenever I create a new note, I usually just like create it down here. What if I could tell Claude Code to like analyze just these and then file it away? One other tip I had for this was, what if you made like a little index, like a note index that did nothing except for explain your project structure, just the save tokens? That would actually be really cool. Like pass that into the AI first and it knows your organization or whatever. And you probably have like a skill for that as well. Next up, blogging. I've written over 2,000 blog posts. I've created over 100 blogs over the past 16 years, which is nuts, by the way. But alas, yeah, you could combine this with output styles if you really wanted to, or you could just have skills that explain how you write a blog post, how you write your X threads, words you like, tone, brand, style, formatting, all the things. You could have a sub-agent for different parts of that process. For example, an intro writing subreddit. Subreddit? Wow, that was weird. Sub-agent. An intro writing sub-agent. Therefore, it saves you a little bit of that context window, right? It'd be helpful. And then again, you could set up this whole little workflow here. You could use Claude Code to do some of the blogging. It'll like create those files or whatnot. That's kind of what I'm going to do with this. I already have these like blog post markdown files. I'm going to use Claude Code to do a bunch of blogging in here. And I'm not using WordPress, but you could use an MCP server to pass that to WordPress or Google Docs or Notion or Squarespace or whatever, right? To LinkedIn, to X, to all of your marketing channels. You could also like, there's probably like a Grammarly MCP. There has to be. Or some other tool like this that'll help you edit and sound better and format and all that good stuff. Next up, similar to your notes over here, just organizing files on your computer. I built an entire tool. I wasn't really thinking clearly. I built a Mac app called Neymar, and it's just me. It's not public at all. And it's really just for renaming my media, movies, TV shows, MP3s, FLAC files, stuff like that, based on popular naming conventions. So tools like Plex or Jellyfin can pick them up and name them, right? I didn't have to do this. I did not have to create this app. I probably could just use Claude Code. Claude Code could easily connect to the TMDB API, which is what I use to like grab the metadata for a movie, for example, and rename the file and move it to a different folder and delete the old folder. Claude Code could do all of this with like a built-in skill. Like you wouldn't want to prompt it every time. You create a skill here, and then you might do like rename media or whatever it is, and then just hit enter. And it might do multiple files at once. Files, folders, photos, movies, anything like that. Learning Assistant. This is cool. I really think that there is an opportunity here for using one of the, first of all, the learning built-in output mode. It sounds really intriguing, and I did not know it existed. Excuse me. Learning. Claude pauses and asks you to write small pieces of code for hands-on practice. I've actually thought about this recently because I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to Python specifically, but I would like to learn. I would like to spend like an hour building some Python scripts or something, but doing it like manually. And this might be a cool way. Claude Code might help me learn how to code Python scripts. Really interesting. Same thing with explanatory here. Claude explains its implementation choices. What if you could go beyond that? What if you could have Claude Code? I have a link here. Oh no, I didn't save it. Boo. I had a URL open where some guy was experimenting with Claude Code communication styles. I can't read big paragraphs. but I love bullet points. This is why I created bulletfinity.com. It's just how my brain like views data on the screen and like processes it. And I could get Claude Code to do that, more bullet points rather than huge walls of text. And you could just let it search the web with like Firecrawl or something to gather data and then give it back to you, teach you stuff, present you questions like a quiz and have you answer it and have you ask it questions and go back and forth like a normal chatbot. This is basically just like a normal chatbot, but with more customization, I guess you could say. Now, another use case I've done literally yesterday. I'm thinking about applying for full-time jobs again. First time in 10 years, by the way, after full-time entrepreneurship. I used Claude Code to go get some jobs. Let me pull it open here. Yeah, that's it right there. I used it to go get some jobs here, pull some of the data, some information, pay expectations, skill requirements, education requirements, stuff like that. I went back and forth with Claude Code to create like a big old projects MD file. It just has all my different projects out here, what I did, what tools I used, stuff like that. I had it go research, actually I used ChatGPT for this one. I had ChatGPT deep research mode, go pull me resume trends, because I haven't written a resume in a decade. So I was like, hey, go pull me resume trends and what do I need to do? And I keep a list of quote unquote seen jobs that I've already applied for or that I'm looking into and stuff. And I mean, heck, you could literally create PDFs or docx with Claude Code and use MCV servers to put them in Google Drive or whatever, right? I used that yesterday. It's an interesting use case that I never would have imagined. This is one I had this morning. Imagine you have a vibe-coded app with a bunch of vibe code AI slop and bugs. It's not that hard to imagine, right? And a customer emails you, hey, I signed up yesterday, but I'm trying to log in and I can't. What do I do? I've gotten that email before. Well, what if Claude Code over here could, via the extension, of course, or MCP, I suppose, but via the extension, what if it could go to that email, you just pass in the URL, it will grab the details, maybe the from address, a name if it sees it or whatever. Maybe it goes and searches your database to find customer info. Maybe it goes and searches Stripe or some other customer CRM and drafts a reply for you. Oh, hi there, Susie. I do see where you signed up. Thanks for joining us. It looks like your account was actually never created. I created a special link for you here. I could teach my Claude Code how to do this, by the way. I have like a special token when somebody signs up that's unique to them and they sign up via that token. They never see this, but I could send them that link. I could draft a response with Claude Code, literally in like maybe a skill. I build this all into a skill. It's gonna use the Chrome extension and then I could just run like email or whatever. And we could pull all the information if it could find any and draft a response. That's wild, right? There are other AI tools that can do that, but Claude Code can do it too. And since it is 20x more customizable, I think, than other like desktop Gemini ChatGPTs, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. I think I'm done. Thus marks the end of the Claude Code course here on YouTube. I spent a lot of time and effort, and so you should reward me for this by dropping an emoji in the comments. That's how you reward me. I'm not asking for your money. I'm asking for your emojis. So head down to the comment section if you enjoyed this video or if you enjoyed this course and say hello. Comment, let me know how you're doing. Express your gratitude that I created this course. That means a lot. That would help me to continue creating YouTube content when I really don't feel like it, which is most days. Anyways, thank you for watching. I love you guys and we'll see you next time. Oh, I forgot my signature sign off. Sorry. Adios.